This is my 2024 Husqvarna TE300 Pro. Man, I have put this bike through the ringer. It has now got 100 hours, and so I'm kind of going to just do a small review on this bike in general and kind of just show the details of this bike. This bike has been kind of ridden on everything in Colorado, but I would say mostly a fair bit of hard enduro. So right off the bat, I put a aftermarket set of plastics on it and my own custom graphics, and then just took the plastics and set them aside for when I go to sell the bike. I took the wheels off immediately as well and put a different set of wheels on so that I could keep the wheels nice because I had some older wheels. And so I started pulling this bike apart last night and putting some stuff back on it. And so you can see the front has got the stock plastics on it there, but the rest of it has got the regular stuff. So this bike has absolutely just been my favorite bike of all time. It runs incredible. It's just been flawless in every way. It has never given me a problem, never let me down, never left me stranded in any capacity, and has just been an incredible bike. And so I'm kind of just going to do a walk around on it, show you what it looks like currently now after the 100-hour mark. So you can kind of see what it looks like. I put a guts seat on this guy from day one. I had a Mako 360 on this bike, which if you haven't tried a Mako 360, you have got to try them, man. They just save the elbows and wrists and hands on long days big time. Like I said, I had different hand guards on here. These are the stock plastics. I had different wraparound fork protectors that actually wrapped around a fair bit further. I'll show those, but these are just the OEM ones, just so you don't scratch your fork tube in the hard enduro settings. This is like my, I think it's my third, maybe my second or third front tire on this bike. Bulletproof radiator guards. I always put them on all my bikes. They're the best. I've got an FMF factory, the fatty pipe on this guy, so you can tell it's kind of it's taken a beating a little bit. You can see it's beat down. I put a Bulletproof Designs flange protector on this bike from day one, just so that you can see that they actually, so don't break that flange there. It's got a factory fan. I put a Bulletproof Designs clutch cover on it just so you know you don't take any hits. You can tell it's taken a couple hits there, and it actually hasn't been on the bike the full time, but it took a hit there, just scuffed it, no problem. Brake tip rammed into the clutch cover, causing no issues there. Put a skid plate on it, different skid plate on it. One thing I'd like to focus on is the cross-link component swing arm guards. These things are bulletproof. I mean, they are incredible. Look at the amount of abuse that these things have taken. And I'm actually going to do a comparison video on these compared to what my buddy's bike looks like that we ride together, and show you what his swing arms look like without anything to protect them. So you can see these things have just been taking the abuse. They are so much better than the Husqvarna or the Acerbis ones that you buy, and I'll tell you why. Because as you can see, I have a broken zip tie here. So this zip tie is broken and this thing's there. These will not come off because of the design that they have in place here, so that they actually cannot come off and fall off on you on the trail, which you see those things laying around all over the place on the trails, and these ones will not fall off. So crosslink components, man, check them out. Check out their website. Slavens also sells their products. I bought this set from Slavens, and look at the abuse that they have taken. The cool thing about the crosslink swing arm guards is you can actually replace this whole entire plastic piece for like 50 bucks, and then you have this whole piece there that is kind of the more expensive part that attaches to the back of your swing arm here so that they can't fall off. But you can replace that plastic piece, so you have a whole new set, and then you have the hardware there. So really, really awesome. Give them a look. Crosslink components, you can go directly to their website, or Slavens Racing sells them. You can see I put a bulletproof rear disc guard on this guy, and it has taken quite a bit of abuse there. And from the looks of it here, I must have flipped the bike a couple times or something, because it's really marred up there. So brake looks perfect underneath. Love these protection parts. Look at my wheels. These things are scuffed up, man. That is the price, unfortunately, of riding hard enduro, is that your wheels get extremely scuffed up. So these wheels are pretty dang beat up there. I like to run a JX8 IRC for hard enduro settings. Really incredible tire, super gummy, grips really well on rocks. Doesn't do super well in some situations, definitely faster riding. I don't think this tire is the best tire for faster riding. I like the IRC V33S better for those situations. But this tire is really hard to beat in the true hard enduro settings, especially when it's rocky and rooty. I run tubeless. A lot of people run mooses. I've run mooses plenty of times, run them for races. But tubeless, I think, is just a better setup in my opinion. I don't have issues with it. I think the people who do have issues with it don't check their inner bladder pressure enough, and so that can cause issues there. But I check my inner bladder pressure, make sure it's 110-ish PSI always, and then that just never gives me any issues. I run stand sealant in there, so it seals up really well. No leaks, just incredible. These tires don't last super long, but I run them when I'm in hard enduro settings. It's probably like 2-3 PSI in the really, really hard stuff, and I pump them up when we're cruising on the trail, which is really easy to do. Carry a pump in my backpack. So yeah, that's my experience. I think tubeless are awesome. You can see my spokes even are pretty mangled. On this wheel, I believe I'm actually even missing a spoke. So definitely you pay for it with the hard enduro type riding. Your stuff gets real scuffed up, scratched up, but the bike just doesn't take that much abuse in my opinion. It's not riding a ton of miles. I mean, it gets a little scuffed up in here. You can see my bike, my plastics are scuffed, things like that. You know, pegs get a little bit scuffed on the bottom, but this bike has absolutely been incredible. So my favorite mod on this bike, I talked about it in a short, my Instagram page, but it's the TSP setup. This is the oversized power valve cover, and I do the mid compression head. I also have an ERM tune with multiple tunes, so I've gone through and tested a bunch of different tunes. Just even their standard setting tune was really, really incredible. So TSP stuff is incredible. I'll tell you who has the most experience with TSP, and that is Slavens. So if you ask Rick Emerson, who works at Slavens, the guy is an incredible rider, one of the fastest guys in Colorado, probably one of the faster guys that I've ever met. Absolutely incredible rider in every way. He has a page on Facebook. I'll have to link it in the description. It's I believe it's like TSP ERM how to or help with or something like that. And the guy just knows so much. There's so many people on there willing to help and give you ideas on what tune they're running and this and that. But I found that I really liked the standard white map from TSP for hard enduro, and then I kind of messed around with some other maps for riding faster. But mid compression head was absolutely awesome. I'm really excited. We're going to be doing a video kind of trying the two different ones. I'm going to be having a a high compression head on my next build, and I'm going to kind of compare them between the mid and high compression head. The TSP oversized power valve cover, I actually really think it works in the really slow settings with low torque. I think it gives you a fair bit of little bit extra grunt down there where you feel it right off of throttle. So check out Slavens Racing. You guys probably all know about Slavens, but man, they are experts when it comes to two-stroke performance stuff. They have it in stock. They have the ERMs in stock, all the different head inserts, and the oversized power valve cover. So those guys are awesome. I bought my stuff there. I always have an awesome experience there. My stuff comes the next day, literally the next day. So give Slavens a look on the two-stroke performance stuff. I think they're the best. So this bike has just been a beast. I like the Guts racing seat. I think that's been a helpful mod on the bike. But yeah, give me your thoughts on this bike. This bike has 100 hours on it now. It is going to be retired, and I will be sharing what I'll be riding next. But this bike's going to be retired. My favorite bike of all time. Really, really, it's been incredible. So thanks for watching. 2024 Husqvarna TE300 Pro, and this bike has just been my favorite bike of all time so far. If you have any questions on other parts maybe that I didn't mention in this video, or things that I did, mods, this, that, the other, just asking the questions and I'll get back to you. Like I said, two favorite mods, probably three favorite mods. Mako 360, that I had on this bike. Man, it just saves the elbows and the wrist in long days, hard riding. Lance, the owner of Mako, is absolutely an incredible guy, one of the better guys that I've met in the industry, and so really easy to deal with. And check them out. I know Slavin sells Mako 360s as well. But probably no question about it, the TSP stuff was the biggest game changer on this bike. And then just for protection, man, because these swing arms are expensive and you can even puncture holes in them in the hard enduro stuff, give crosslink components a look. I have tried every swing arm protector there is, the Polysport ones, the OEM factory ones from KTM, the Acerbis ones. Nothing comes close to the crosslink components. There is absolutely no better swing arm protectors, in my opinion, than these guys. I mean, look at the abuse that these things have taken. Held up, never fallen off the bike. I even have a broke zip tie there, and it doesn't even matter. So thanks guys for looking. Thanks for checking out my video on my favorite bike ever so far, the Husqvarna TE300 Pro 2024 model. Thanks a lot. Happy Thanksgiving and have a great day.